Thanks for staying with us. Now, can we be confident that our perceptions reflect reality? Some have argued that perception is more important than reality. If someone perceives something to be true, it is more important that if it is in fact true. This means that you should duplicitous, or you should be duplicitous or deceitful, right?
Doesn't mean that.
No, she doesn't mean you should be duplicitous or deceitful, but don't go out of your way to correct a false impression if it pays your bills, if it pays your advantage. Would you correct that? Well, being on TV gives a perception of who people think you are, and sometimes that can really be far from your reality. So before I bring in our guest, I would like to hear from Maury and Elsie.
That's what?
What have people said about you?
They think I have money.
Wait now. I'd love to know your reality.
Because I'm light skinned.
What's your net worth?
I'm on TV.
Please, you Google her net worth.
Elsie has money.
What's her net worth, please?
1.2 million United States dollars.
You got a United States dollars?
My own is.
I don't know where they got that from.
I don't know.
Like when you
I
Google
don't have to check. Maybe it's
you have to Google your own. You probably see it.
I will help you check. I will collect my share because I need sponsor for my next film. So before I go, you give me my cut.
I don't understand.
So, but what's the perception generally that people, when they see you, I mean, Elsie Godwin, they have this perception.
You don't tell them already. That name already.
Yes.
Elsie Godwin have come. There's money. But the thing I tell people is, this work we do is the same thing as a person working probably in a bank. And you're getting a salary. There is a pay that comes with it. It doesn't just mean that once you sit in front of a TV, money is raining. Let it fall, let it fall. It's not like that. You're working for your money. And not regular, because we have the responsibility of.
But is there some semblance, Maury? Is there some semblance between you and your reality? No. The perception that people have about you and your reality.
Okay, so with me, I feel like if you know me, then you know that I love God. Like I live for Him. Like I'm in love. So I always put it on my story, and then because I'm now Muslim again, so people now think like I'm a sheikh or I'm a saint, or you know, I'm just holy, and you get messages like, oh, pray for me and all those things. I never go pray for me, assassin me. You know? So every day I say, oh God, thank you, I love you. I have to put, I'm not a sheikh, I just love God. I always have to put it at the end of, and you know, people get exploited and stuff because when there's a God factor, but the thing is, you can know Him for yourself without us, but people don't know. Sometimes I say, God, thank you. Maybe somebody bought me ice cream, now I go and say, God, thank you, food don't come. Pray for me. For where? I've not.
Mine, I mean, I put quotes and Bible verses and all that, but I haven't gotten anybody say pray for me. They just think, oh,
I think because I wrap my hair and because I'm Muslim and all of that, so they just think.
I just know God.
So that's majorly.
So I think for me, I think people have too many high expectations, and they forget that we're humans. With me, I see people just think I have this perfect life, you know, like everything is fine, my children are perfect, you know, husband is perfect and all of that. But
they're perfect in their own way.
Okay. Before we go, let us hear what you have to remember. You can join the conversation. Send us an SMS or WhatsApp to 081-803-664. But let me bring in our guest. Ngozi Nwosu is a veteran Nigerian actor and producer. She began her career in Yoruba language film before making her home video debut in Living in Bondage, an Igbo film considered to be the beginning of the film era of cinema in Nigeria. So Ngozi is a great actor and has carved a niche for herself in the Nollywood industry, rated among one of the richest and the most influential, with an estimated net worth of 250,000 US. You're even pastor.
Imagine. How exactly am I supposed to have more money?
Oh, shit.
Than oh, God.
Thank you so much for joining us. I saw you laughing away. What? Did you just say? They said it's you.
US dollars. Mama.
Please, what a
Mama,
we'll collect that and offering before you leave, please. But you know, it's a wow, honestly. See, so the thing is,
but it's possible. You know, they calculate your properties, your cars.
Wait, they calculate property. They now put you. They put $1.2 million for what?
Now how old they talking? This is my own matter.
Small girl.
Big God.
Yeah. Okay.
Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. You look amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
You know, so I mean, we were talking about perception. I mean, when Maury was talking about God, you just kept, you couldn't hold yourself. You kept on laughing. So I mean, is it coming from a deep place, that laughter? You know.
My dear, it's so funny. It's funny, but at the same time, it's not funny. Because what she said, for real, it happens to everybody. Once you quote one small thing from the Bible, it's assumed that, my God, this one, oh, she's so religious, she's that, she's this. And when you make the smallest mistake, you'll be amazed the way people will turn against you.
360.
360 small. Is there any other thing that's more than 360? Then you come and see comments. It's japa. They won't even think as in this person making this comment. It's not necessarily that you'll be born again or that you sleep and wake up with God, but because you worship him, doesn't mean you are so perfect that everything about you has to be God. The way people take this thing, oh my God. Now wow. Now you pray for them. You would have prayed.
Ma, I'm not even finished praying for myself.
No, you would have prayed.
Please, man. I do not be telling you all these things. All these things. It's very, like last week now, I was putting on my story. There's this influencer that used to use the hijab, so she stopped. 6 courses.
Wow.
Her children unborn. Her generation unborn. People that don't even know her talking about, I'm disappointed in you. Who are you to start with? Talking about being disappointed in somebody.
You are saying that, okay, let me use myself as an example. I had a friend who goes to Celestial Church. So they had this children's harvest, and I was invited. And I wore the robe. And I took picture and I posted it on my Instagram page. Jeez.
Hey, God have mercy.
Mistake of the century.
Mogbe.
Hey.
People were like, oh!
Hey.
Huh?
Hey.
Is that where she goes? No wonder.
No wonder what?
Ask me.
You know, there's a perception about celestial churches.
Ask me. No wonder. And then there's one that now said, oh, my uncle is 65 years old and he goes to Saleh. Would you like to marry him? I'm like,
Wow.
It was so crazy. So I'm like, what's all this? Is one not free to worship what you want to worship? So because they have seen me wearing white, okay, so it's a crime. Or what? I don't just get it.
Well, so you are in the Nollywood space, right? And it's common practice that we always have. We see you, I mean, your career has spanned decades and you've acted in different capacities, different roles. But it's so, it still happens till tomorrow that people see you and they just assume they know you enough, you know, to tell you your life history, right? They perceive that, oh, the person they see on TV, you understand, versus the reality. But you, is there some connection between whoever we've seen you play on TV and your reality? Is there any link?
Well, some. Some, not all. Like, sometimes people see me as a cantankerous person. They see me as someone who is so mean and everything. But in reality, I am not. But it's just that I'm a no-nonsense person. I stand for the truth. And I would not go the other way. I will not try to paint this water green when I know it's crystal. That's me. I can be that stubborn.
Blunt.
Yes, I'm a very blunt person. But probably because of the roles I play and all that, they just look at me as one very mean
person,
you know, babe. And then there's this perception people really have about me. They believe because of the role I play, I don't have the right to be angry.
Peaceful peace.
Peaceful peace.
Forgetting that sometimes I'm not peaceful. Forgetting that I'm human. That you cannot say because I act a certain way, then you pluck out my eye, and then you expect me to say, thank you, it's not painful. No! Hell no! I will give you a dirty slap.
Okay.
What?
Talking about standing for the truth, you know, I've heard in the industry where it feels like if you're really that moral and want to stand for the truth and stand for what is right, it's difficult for you to climb a certain level. But you have been in that industry for years. So how has it worked for you? How have you managed perception and making people understand that this is what it is and I stand for my values? I'm an actress, I know what I'm doing and I'm worth every coin I'm being paid.
It takes time. Takes time. You have to really be patient, because if you stand for the truth, if you there are certain things that will come your way and you're like, this is what I want and that is where I stand. It gets to a point they're like, what are you feeling like? People who are even, you know, better.
Finer than you. Everything than you.
Finer than you. They've laid down. So what's yours? No, first, it's going to be very difficult. But with perseverance, at the end of the day, because you know what you are worth, because you know your onions, and it gets to a point where they've seen it that, this baby is not ready to bend. And we really need her for this role. There you go. They come out for you.
Okay, so do you think that, because now we're in a digital world and you know social media is a reigning thing, do you think that it has in any way reduced the way that people, you know, throw these advances at, you know, maybe especially female colleagues in the movie industry, or it's still the same?
It's even worse, I beg.
I mean, because we hear stories about how, because you know that if you do anything, you can go on the internet, so these people are more careful.
Oh, really? So you've not heard where you are even calling for an audition and the next thing you just see the person send you a pop-up picture of breast and down with pant and bra or with nothing. Telling you, oh, take a look, I'm okay in all the corners.
So this is the actress now making advances at the
yes.
directors and producers?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Some even go as far as paying to
get the role
in a movie.
Wow.
So it's both ways.
Okay, so I was going to ask about it, because when Maury took up the question on social media, I was going to say that because it's social media day, you know, the role social media has played in helping
Nollywood
manage perceptions. Okay. But we'll take that after the break. Let's go on a break. We'll be right back. Thanks for staying with us. So if you just tuned in, we're having an amazing chat with the amazing Ngozi Nwosu, an amazing actor with amazing personality.
With amazing network.
And she has brought in so much love and laughter to lots of home, and she's giving us so much laughter here. And we're learning, really learning from her. So remember, you can join the conversation. Send us an SMS. If you have a question for her, you know, you want to commend her or whatever, send a message or SMS or WhatsApp to 081-8038-4663. So I was going to say that, you know, before social media, the advent of social media, it seemed like people on TV were far away from us. We're just there, you know, we could only see them on TV, but social media made it a lot more intimate. Now I don't know Maury from anywhere. I can just say hi. I followed you now this evening on Instagram. I can just slide into your DM and say, hi, Ngozi, my name is Uwa, this, that. And the next thing, maybe if you find it appealing, you're able to, you know, respond and all of that. So because now, again, people have this mobile device, so they can do things outside the screen. So maybe if there's an issue, you can just go on your Instagram live and deal with the issue. So do you think social media has probably helped you in terms of the kinds of perception that is out there, you know, and, you know, helped you also show your reality to your viewers, I mean, your fans, rather? Or you are part of those people that keep private things private?
Bam! Yes, I am. 100%.
Okay.
Mind you, social media is all about, to me, it's about work.
So it's still continuation of your work.
Knowing me for what I do, not
Who I
my
am.
personal life, who I am. My work. That's what I'm about.
Why do you think it's important to draw that line?
Good.
She wants to adjust.
I'll give you 1,001 reasons why it's important to draw that line. It's very, very important to draw that line because these days there are lots of goosebumps. You know what I mean? People of the underworld. When you drink water, social media. You pee, social media. You're somewhere doing certain thing, social media. You see, they begin to trace you, getting to know you, especially if you are a family person. You have your children and everything, social media. To get you is just like this. And that's it.
When you say people of the underworld, can we be specific?
You know what I mean?
No, ma, I don't. Witches and wizards, or
No,
Let's be clear.
No, not witches and wizards. I mean, those that will say, oh yeah,
Your money or your life.
hey.
Okay, for security reasons.
Yes.
But there's some people that's their life. They're content creators. They're travel content
Just
creators.
say you.
No,
Exactly.
they're travel content creators. They make money from posting their family members. Somebody is a mom blogger, for
A
instance.
lifestyle content creator.
You get, so she makes money from putting her children, the clothes they wear, so brands reach out to them and all of that.
Oh, I see.
But it's not. It happens. Elsie, back me up. It happens.
See, my dear, I am not saying that social media is bad. No. Because it has really opened a great avenue for everybody. But we should draw
The
a
line.
Okay.
Okay.
If you are a blogger that has to do with your family, certainly there are other things about your family that won't even go on that blog.
Yes.
Let's be sincere.
You still keep it business.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
You keep it business. But these days, oh my, some things are just so alarming when you, it's like,
What were you thinking?
what's going
People just see
on?
it as an avenue to like vent. And I keep saying
beautiful.
it's not a safe space. I think they keep forgetting the internet is not a safe space.
Before, when you have a problem with your sister or with a friend, you call, to talk about it, fight it out, mend it, or decide to go your separate ways. But these days, when you have a problem, no, person doesn't want to call. Next thing you just hear, I'm going live.
But that's more popular in your industry. Than your people.
So person, no. Why are you? Oh my God! And then they go ahead to say all sorts of gory things that, gosh.
It's like things that should be secrets. Like,
Egbami, you are like Mogbe.
Okay.
How can you?
When she was reading out your profile, she said something about you being one of the most influential veteran actors in Nigeria. I'm not going to ask whether that's true or not. My question is, what is the role of that influence towards building the Nigeria we hope to have? What, do you think you have a responsibility?
Good question. Big question. Good question in the sense that, yes, we all have a responsibility in building Nigeria, especially in our own world. Because take it or you leave it, what people see that we do somehow influences,
It shapes
a lot
of things.
of people and things. That's the truth, whether we like it or not. But at the same time, it's not everything that you see. It's either it influences you negatively or positively. So it's a two-way thing. But all in all, at least as an actor, I owe it to my country to do things that will bring it to in the good light, to a greater, you know, perspective.
Yeah.
So I owe my country that as an actor. But there are things you can say, and there are things you better shut up. Because if you say it, before you know, you just hear,
Yes.
But you come and go and answer the question you don't know.
But people believe
and then
that
it will become as I was going.
it's more difficult to intimidate celebrities than people who do not have that level
They
of
believe you have
influence
nine
in
lives.
society. So if somebody like you comes out to say something, I'm hoping that if this government is really intimidating, as we have alleged, then they will want to think twice. Why are you looking at me
No,
like
I
that?
think they will carry you, but they will release you, but you will suffer. Do you know, Mr. Macaroni?
Thank you. Oh, I was just going there. Thank
They will
you very
release you
much.
because they know that people will ask after you, but
yeah.
they will
My
beat you
dear.
in the cell. It's not what...
Rere would have run.
Yeah.
Rere would have run before you come
But that will be your sacrifice to Nigeria.
You know,
Thank you. So I'm the sacrificial lamb.
You know, so I was going to stay on this conversation on nation building. Okay, so when I was reading my script about perception, you know, there are some times that people perceive something about you, but it's working to your favor.
Yes.
So you just stay on it. So how do you think we can begin to use movies, right, to change the perception about Nigeria? Because over the years, what we've done with Nigeria is that our movies had continuously pushed the agenda of juju and all of those things in our storylines and everything, you know, and so all those things literally shaped, you understand, a lot of the reality that we have today in Nigeria, ritual killings and all of that. I mean, you go in the news, you see all those things. These were things that were really big in the movie industry. So now you're coming to reality. I mean, they living in bondage, they just redid. They still do the juju inside. It's something that, you know, has become the reality of Nigeria. So if you think we want to now start to change that perception, you know, how do you think we can go about it using the movie? Because knowing that the movie has major impact in the influencing, yes.
Well, there are lots of ways that we could achieve that. Because for me, I don't believe every movie should be all about native doctor, all about church, all about, yeah. There are some good movies out there that doesn't even have any of those things,
Yes.
and yet it's educative. I think we should go more into that. But here is the problem. When you go into that, the average mindset of we Nigerians, we don't like good things. We always like the negative one.
I think it's just human nature. I don't think it's just...
We always like the negative. You see, you will see a movie that is out there, it doesn't have all those things we're talking about.
You know what say?
Bam. But if you see the one that, hey, see a kwagege sirato, hey, that one, where is it happening? Let's go there.
Okay.
Or you see the one that there's one okpeke, pow, pow, pow. Ah!
So they create conversation around
That's
it. And then
it.
it drives
Where
you
are we
crazy.
going? Let's go there.
Okay.
And people make movies to make money.
Yes.
Because you have to pay
Yes.
who gave you the money to produce it.
Oh, speaking...
You know, so sorry, let me quickly tell our audience, please, today we don't take calls. The director says the phone lines have been buzzing. Don't call, please. If you really want to send your message, just send a message to our WhatsApp number. We're sorry, we only take calls on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We're sorry about that. Go
So I was
ahead.
going to say, speaking of money, since you've mentioned it, right, there's word going around. I mean, you never really know or believe what you see on the internet that, you know, actresses and actors are underpaid. Is it just one of those things that people say, or it's actually true? And if the answer is yes, what are the measures that can be put into place to, you know, stop
exploitation?
Yes.
Or get better pay.
I mean, because they do a lot of things for. If you hear the amount that some actresses they make. I'm in denial, like, no way.
That cannot be true.
No,
That's not the reality.
We see you on TV every time. And that's why, you know, some of them have to now go and start doing like fake life because we hold you to so much expectation. We expect that if you're in this much movie, I mean, we know how much Viola Davis is earning per episode. So we're thinking that you should be earning.
Let's her respond.
To the look, you know.
Okay, let me now start with you. You said, I heard you earlier, you said you just shot
a short film.
A short film. Oh yeah, that short film.
How much did you pay them?
How much did you pay them?
Oh, I acted this myself.
Mogbe.
My brother-in-law is also an actor.
Okay,
so
one man riot squad.
It's our family members acted everything. So I didn't pay myself. I didn't pay my brother-in-law.
But if you're going to pay yourself,
You are selfish.
How
will the industry grow now?
Out there.
is it
How will they stop selling fish?
No,
How will, as pretty as you are, you think your whole family
That's
come
the thing. I'm up and coming. So with this
So
one
the
now,
person who shot it, I'm sure you use your phone to do the video.
that is my cousin. I'm joking. It's actually a renowned director. But still, like I put
It's family.
You know, it's not family,
Okay.
but it's we're friends, you know. So I mean, I don't know. I'm just entering. Only me, small fish inside the pond. She have been there since. So
See, the truth be told, we are all underpaid. That is the truth. And in Nigeria, you can't pay for our talent. No, not at all. I would say most of these things we do is passion. Passion, because if you don't have the passion for it, explain why you'll be on set from morning
Till late in the night,
and they're paying you how much? What they're paying is not commensurate to
the time spent.
The time, the effort, the energy. Because sometimes you see, people see this work, they're like, oh, is it not just come and camera roll, tape, action? To a lot of people, that's what they think. But when you pick
A script.
when you pick people who are not actors to come and act, maybe greenhorns, that, okay, you feel you have the ability, okay, let's showcase. And by the time you put that person there and the camera, the lights are on, oh yeah, now, you hear, take one, no way. Take two, no way. Take three, no way. Take 10, no way. And then the person goes, what? Is that what you people go through? It's not. You think
it is easy.
It's easy. So you tell me, how much
You think I'm worth? We have some comments, ladies. Let's check our WhatsApp.
okay.
You know what? Because this thing you said, but I think again, is there no way we can solve this issue? Because I know with productions, right? Like the production I did, the budget is quite big. But don't you think it's the people handling those budgets, you know, that want to play funny? Because I remember my very first. That's it. So how do we hold them accountable? Because it's not like, see, they might have given this budget to say, you know what, Ngozi Nwosu, for this role she's playing, this is the budget we are paying her. We're going to pay her 5 million naira, for instance, figuratively. But you see, the people that have the custody of that, I mean, they are holding that 5 million naira, say, I'm not being Ngozi Nwosu. If we talk to her, I will give her like 2 million or 1.5 self. They will 2 million good. They will stomach. In fact, they can even give you 1 million.
It's fine.
I'll be 500K self.
200, nothing.
Do you understand?
Because we cannot monitor. If I call you for a job or you call me for a job, you don't know how much I have. You don't know what I have collected for it.
There's no transparency.
Thank you. So it all boils down on individual conscience.
Which a lot of people don't have.
Bam! Oshe? Imela. A lot. Until we have that conscience. no way forward.
I tell you.
Okay, that's this message. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Someone wants you to do a job and probably, okay, you collected 2 million. That's what you want to pay me. But because that person doesn't have that conscience, forget about whether you know me or you don't know me. Then that person comes with, oh my God, you see this thing?
A low budget, LB.
It's a low budget, is this, is that. Please, let me just give you 200K. Wow. And then you took that money, probably because you've read the script and you really love the script, because sometimes too, the script comes to play. You're like, oh,
I like it, I'll do it.
I would love to be in this movie. I'll do it. And then at the end of the day, you suffered, you put your energy and everything into that. And then you see the person buying a house on the island and then going for the latest Jeep. Then you begin to wonder.
And they call it playing smart.
And this person just played me for a fool. So it's
a big deal.
See, we have a long way to go on that. And another thing again that people do, when you say, okay, fine, this is me, and this is where I'm going to stay. They're like, okay, feeling too big. Then why are you using her? For what? We can get somebody else. And of course,
there will always be somebody else.
1,001 million people are hungry. As you are rejecting the 1 million, eh? Somebody is down there telling you, I beg,
500K, I will do it.
Fair? Too much, you know. Is it 50K? I beg. Come on, God, don't you take order for I beg. Anyhow it is. No tata for you. I beg, bring me this thing.
And I guess
do it. Go solve something. I'll do it.
And that's where having a standard comes to play as well.
Let's take comments.
Okay, let's take comments. This one is really short. From Emmanuel in Lagos. He says, "Good evening, ladies. Great to see Aunty Ngozi again."
Thank
you.
And they are still calling. Please stop calling. They are now calling this line. This line is not for calling. This is for WhatsApp. Please just send us a message.
No, go ahead.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was yours?
yes.
Yeah. Oh, so this person says, "Good evening, ladies. Please ask your guest,
is it true that sex games is part of the industry culture to gain a role before you become a famous actor or actress?" Ade?
No, now your choice. If you decide to carry your ponyonyo, give them. They will help you to brush it left, right, both bars.
is it even sustainable though? Because how many people do you want to sleep with?
No, because you can collect the both bars. At the end of the day, the role
will not come to you.
It won't come to you. So, no, hell no. Capital N, no.
Yeah, you're going to ask a question.
Don't forget what What was the question about?
I don't know. I'm not in your head. But if you had one thing that you would love to change about the perception about you, you know, out there, is there anything that you'd like to change?
The only thing I would like to change about me.
Perception.
What? Let me think. Being too truthful. Yeah. Because sometimes, you see, people love negative things. People love fake lives, things. Like these days, you know, a lot of people live on borrowed life, as in, your hair is borrowed, your lashes is borrowed, your hair is borrowed, your lips is borrowed, your nose is borrowed, here self is borrowed, hips, here is borrowed.
You have it too.
And when they come out, you're like, wow, wow, wow. But for me, my dear, I can't.
What you see, what you
Well, I wish I could. I can't.
Why do you wish you could?
Hey, because that's the in thing now. Because when they see sekwe, is it not one that just made one? Let me not go there. Huh? Did you see the shapes and everything? It's what is raining now. Which one you do?
But do you think that affects your role as in the industry?
Of course it does not.
Okay.
It does not, because for our own world,
For your own age.
for my own age, And apart from my own age, it's what you can play that works for you, irrespective of the fact that whether you have a 2-pack or half-pack. That role, if you can play it convincingly, perfectly, you're good to go.
Okay, somebody says it's good to see you, Ngozi, and Ngozi again. That's Samuel from Kaduna. But he now says, good evening, ladies. All boils down to court option. I don't understand the court option. You wanted to ask the question?
Yes, I want to say very quickly. I mean, you've been in the industry for 3 decades now, more than that. And so I know it's not all negatives. Watching it grow to where Nollywood is now, what would you, how would you describe that growth, and where do you think it can get to as well in the next 10 years?
It can only be better. Because we're going places. We're moving. It's just that people feel it's time for us to run. But forgetting that even the Western world, the other people that were copying and all that, it took them decades before they got to where they are. So for us, I'll say,
good job.
Good job. We're moving.
Wow. Okay, so we have like one minute left. I wanted to just ask you, do you have like any role that you've dreamt of acting in this your decades of career that you are you've still not landed, that particular character that you would love to play? Is there any?
Is there any particular character I'd love to play
that you have not yet that you would really love to do?
Mad Woman.
Why did I had a feeling that's what I was going to say.
Okay, so whoever is listening, a bad woman.
Producer.
Okay.
No, but you will pay her. She's not family member.
She's family. She's already wait. Family.
I am not family. All right, thank you so much. We've had an amazing time with you. I think what we'll do, we'll beg Auntie Ngozi to come when we are doing open house, so that because the calls were so much, they wanted to speak to you. So maybe when we have our ladies' night out, we'll bring you as one of our guest co-anchors.
Ladies' night.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope you play. Oh, yes, it's ladies' night.
Yeah.
We're alive.
Because of you, we play. All right. So before we go, do ensure you follow us on Instagram at duplicitous. You can interact with us further, drop a comment. Most importantly, we're doing planning a huge giveaway. So just to say thank you to you for believing in the Ways brand and following the conversation. So do well to follow us on Instagram at duplicitous. Like, share, comment, and invite your friends and family to watch our show. All right, so if you missed today's quote, here it is again. There are things known and there are things unknown, and in between are the doors of perception. So sometimes perception do favor you. So see you live tomorrow at 8 p.m. as we bring another great conversation to your screen. Enjoy.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh my God.